we will start chapter 6. And the title of chapter is Detectives 2. Students, as per the title, we can understand that this story is mysterious. We all know the meaning of detective. Detective means jasoos, who tries to solve crimes. In this chapter, there are two detectives who solve the case of fire. So the title of chapter is Detectives 2. Last year, we also have studied a chapter, Solve the Puzzle. While on adventure trip, the raft of a family of four, a mother and a father with their son and daughter, broke down. They somehow managed to swim ashore, but they need to get to the other shore and there is no bridge to cross the river. Luckily, they find a boat close by. However, the boat is only strong enough to carry one adult or two children at a time. How can the family manage to cross the river? And see, here is the answer of this puzzle. Okay, students, see the answer and solve the puzzle. Let's move to the chapter. Let's read. Let's read this story to know how two siblings acted like detective to save an innocent person. Students, in this story, we will come to know that two brothers and sisters how solve a case and escape an innocent person. Let's start. School closed for summer holidays. Sunita and I told Appa that we would like to spend the holidays with our maternal grandparents. He would not agree readily, but we persisted. Finally, he gave us permission. It came with strings. Okay, means persisted. Continued in an opinion or course of action in spite of difficulty or oppositions. Strings, some special conditions or restrictions. Now listen, summer vacation had started, so schools closed. Narrator and his sister made a plan for vacation. They wanted to spend summer vacation with their maternal grandparents. Maternal grandparents, Nana, Nani. They asked permission for going to maternal grandparents' home. First, their father did not agree, but later on, he gave permissions with some restrictions. मीन्स समर वेकेशन स्टार्ट हो गए थे और जो बच्चे थे वो अपने नाना नानी के यहाँ जाकर छुट्टियां बिताना चाहते थे। जब उन्होंने परमिशन मांगी तो पहले मना कर दिया उन्होंने, फादर ने, मगर बाद में कुछ कंडीशंस के साथ, कुछ रेस्ट्रिक्शंस के साथ बच्चों को परमिशन मिल गई। जनरली अपने घर पे भी यही होता है, डायरेक्टली हमें परमिशन नहीं मिलती है, फिर कुछ रेस्ट्रिक्शंस, कुछ कंडीशंस हमें मिलती है, उनके बिहाफ पे हमें परमिशन मिल जाती है। ओके, नाउ we had to make promises. We will not run wild in the sun all day long. We'll take our school assignment for the holidays along and complete the tasks. We'll be helpful to the old folks, be reverential to them always. Old folks means the old people, senior citizens. Reverential, respectful, मतलब उनके साथ हम respect से treat करें वो। Listen, for getting permissions, children had to make some promises, like they would not run in afternoons and all day, here and there. They would do their holiday work on time and would help their grandparents in household activities and give them respect. Listen, we readily promised we could do that, for we did not take promises seriously and we forgot them the moment we boarded the bus to our grandparents' village. Children promised that they would behave just like as their father wanted. But when they reached in the village of their grandparents, they forgot all promises. Children तैयार हो गए सारी बात मानने के लिए, मगर वो जैसे ही grandparents के गांव पहुंचे, वो अपने सारे promises भूल गए. See, Appu, who worked at grandfather's house as Tayal man at hand helper, was at the bus stop to receive us. He caught my face framed against the window seat of the bus. Rushing to the exit door, he took the suitcase from my hand and waited for me and Sunita to get down. Listen, Appu, who was the helper at grandparents' house, went to the bus stand to receive them. When bus reached at the bus stand, Appu caught face of narrator from the window and ran towards the door and took suitcase and waited for them. Appu जो हेल्पर था ग्रैंडपेरेंट्स के घर पर, वो बच्चों को रिसीव करने आया। चलती हुई बस में से ही उन्होंने फ्रेम में से नरेटर का फेस पकड़ लिया और वो धीरे धीरे डोर की तरफ बढ़े और चौथी बस में से उन्होंने सूटकेस लिया और वो बस के रुकने का और बच्चों का बस से उतरने का वेट करने लगे। Children greeted Appu and asked how he was and followed him to the bullock cart. Listen. How are you, Appu? We asked as we trailed behind him to the bullock cart, waiting to take us to the village that lay 2 kilometers of the main road. Listen. When Appu met, children greeted Appu and asked about him, how he was, and followed him to the bullock cart. Appu came at the bus stand in bullock cart and children had to go by with bullock cart at the base because the village of grandfather was 2 kilometers far away from the main road. See? Fine, Appu deposited the box in the cart. Pushing it to one side, he made room for us and helped us get in. He then went round hooked onto the driver's seat and sat by the side of Velu, the driver. Okay, the name of driver is Velu. Okay, now Appu answered that he was good and fine and put the box in the cart, bullock cart. Appu put the box aside and made a space and created like a room so that they, children, could sit comfortably and help them to get in the cart. driver of bullock cart. The cart moved, the bells tied round the necks of the oxen jingled and jangled. We swung back and forth when the cart moved over uneven roads and bumped our heads repeatedly against the ribs of the cart. Meaning of jingle and jangled? Make a sound typical of metallic objects. Listen. The cart moved. The bells were tied around the neck. So when the cart moved, bell made a typical sound. Village roads are generally uneven. हम जानते हैं कि जो गांव की जो roads होती हैं वो uneven होती हैं. हम बोलें कि हिंदी में ऊबड़ खाबड़ होती हैं. So as seen, the roads of narrator's grandparents' village also was uneven. So when cart was moving on road, they were swinging in the cart. You can imagine the scene. वो बच्चे हैं बुलक कार्ट में बैठे हुए हैं. रोड जो है वो अनइवन है, कहीं गड्ढा है, कहीं फ्लैट है. तो बच्चे उस बुलक कार्ट में स्विंग कर रहे हैं, कभी इधर कभी उधर, कभी वो उछल रहे हैं. तो जो फ्रेम है बुलक कार्ट की उसका उससे उनका सिर टकरा रहा है. You can imagine the scene. Again and again, their head struck against the frame of cart. Good to get knocks on the heads. They clear the mind, make our brains alert and agile. I joked when I noticed Sunita rubbing the back of her head after a rather hard knock. Listen, Sunita's head. Sunita was the sister of narrator. Sunita's head hit against the frame of cart, and when narrator noticed that Sunita's head hit against the frame of cart, he made a joke and commented that good if our head knocked, or you can say hit against anything because of it means hitting against anything. This cleared our mind and made our mind conscious and alert and able to think and understand quickly, fastly. Listen. सुनीता का जो हेड है वो कार्ट की फ्रेम से टकरा जाता है, तो नरेटर उस पर हंसते हैं और कमेंट करते हैं कि अगर हमारा सिर किसी चीज से टकरा जाए तो वो अलर्ट हो जाता है और हमें कोई भी चीजें हमें बहुत अच्छे से जल्दी समझ में आने लगती हैं. उन्होंने इस तरीके से मॉक किया, मजाक किया. That was when my eyes set on a tongue of fire sweeping red flashes into the sky. Appu too noticed it and screamed, Hari Swami's house is on fire. Listen, all of a sudden, narrator noticed that flames of fire rapidly expelling higher in the sky. Means उन्होंने बुलक कार्ट में जब वो जा रहे थे, तो they were noticed that the flames of fire rapidly expelling higher and higher in the sky. Appu also noticed that and shouted that house of Hari Swami was caught by fire. See, he jumped off the moving cart. He was as agile as a monkey and raced along the shortcut to the village that meandered through the paddy fields. Paddy, ये जो छोटी-छोटी क्यारियां होती हैं, उनको बोलते हैं paddy. यहाँ पे है अपने चावल के खेत के लिए. Listen, Appu quickly jumped from the moving cart as soon as possible when he noticed that the house of Hari Swami was caught by fire. Then he quickly took a shortcut by which he could reach village early as soon as possible through the paddy fields. Sunita asked Velu to get us home quickly. He nudged the oxen, put the stick in the wheel to produce a whirling sound that somehow made the animals move faster. But once did he bring the stick on the back of the animals, there seems to be perfect understanding between Velu and the oxen. They responded to his nudges and moved fast. Nudge means, where is nudged? Yes, here. Nudge means to touch or push something with your elbow. Okay? Sunita told Velu to reach home fast. Velu pushed the oxen with his elbow and struck the stick on wheel and made some kind of weird sound to make animals move faster. Velu did not beat animals with a stick, and without touching the stick, animals moved faster and faster. It depicted mutual understanding between Velu and the oxen. When Velu touches the oxen, they reacted and begin to move fast. In this paragraph, सुनीता ने ये नोटिस किया कि जैसे ही वेलू ने उनको एल्बो से ऑक्सन को टच किया, तो वो अपने आप तेजी से भागने लगे. मतलब ऑक्सन को समझ में आ गया कि वेलू क्या चाहता है कि वो तेजी से भागे. तो इस सीन को देखकर सुनीता ने रियलाइज किया, she realized that there was a mutual understanding between animals, oxen and Velu. Animals can also understand very well, and in that case, oxen of Velu also understood that it was the time to move faster. You see? Patti, grandmother. In South, they call Patti to grandmother, was at the gate. She blessed us when we touched her feet, led us in, made us sit with her on the mat spread on the floor, and inquired about Amma and Appa and others. Janki Mami, the cook, brought 2 cups of hot cocoa for us. Listen, grandmother Patti was waited at the main gate of house. She was waiting for her grandchildren at the main gate of her house. When both children reached at house, firstly they greeted and they touched the feet of their grandmother. And grandmother also blessed the children. Then grandmother told them to sit on the mat which was spread on the floor. Then grandmother asked about parents of children, asked about mother of children. Janki Mami, who was the cook, brought 2 cups of hot cocoa for children. Janki Mami, who was the cook, brought 2 cups of hot cocoa for children. Where is Tatha, grandfather? In south, Tatha calls to grandfather. Sunita asked, taking the first sip of the drink. Appu came and reported that Haryamma's house is on fire. Tatha went with a few others to help fight the fire, she said. After taking sip of cocoa, Sunita asked about grandfather. And that grandmother said that Appu came and told all about fire and said that grandfather went at the Hari Swami's house with few persons to put off the fire. Then returned an hour later. He did not look quite pleased with himself. Patti asked, as the fire being put off. After 1 hour, grandfather returned home and he was not happy. Patti, grandmother, inquired about fire, that fire had been put off. Grandfather answered that fire had been put off, although it was very dangerous. Yes, he was very brief. Hope the fire did not do much damage. Patti wanted more information. Now, grandmother wanted to know something more about fire and damages which were caused by fire. Means grandmother wanted to know some more information about fire. She asked and prayed also that fire would not damage so much the main house, but for a section of the rear veranda stands. But the store, cowshed and the servants' quarter have all been gutted. Hari has lost heavily, but he is not upset. He has insured the premises, so he would be compensated. The fire began with the hay stack that stands at the backyard of the house. The police are making enquiries as to how it could have caught fire. Now grandfather described each and everything about fire and destructions of fire. Main house was damaged, but the backside part of veranda stands. The store, cowshed and quarters of servant had been completely destroyed. Although there were great loss due to fire, but Hari, the owner of that house, was not worried because house was insured by insurance company and they would pay the amount of loss. Then grandfather explained that fire began with a large firmly packed pile of hay. Haystack, sukha tinke ka dher. And this haystack was at the background of house. Complaint lodged in police station and police also had come there and police was inquiring and investigating that how haystack caught the fire. That was when Appu raised in, his face looked ashy pale, his eyes wore a haunted look. He made a beeline to Tatha, fell flat on the ground, touched Tatha's feet and cried, Valya Swami, Grandmaster. Valya Swami called to Grandmaster. My Anna, elder brother. Anna calls to elder brother in South Kerala. Sukku, police take away, say Sukku set fire to Hari Swami's house, a matchbox in his pocket. Appu spoke in broken sentences. Okay, listen. When grandfather was explaining, at the same time, Appu rushed in. He looked very scary, and fearful. He directly went to at the place where grandfather sat. He fell on the ground and touched the feet of grandfather. See in this picture? How he fell down on the ground and he touched the feet of grandfather. Okay. He stammered. Stammered means haklana, atak ke bolna. He stammered. He told to grandfather that police suspected his elder brother and took him to the police station because they found a matchbox in his pocket. जो अप्पू है हेल्पर वो डरा हुआ ग्रैंडफादर के पास आता है वो स्टामर हथियाता हुआ बताता है कि पुलिस ने उसके एल्डर ब्रदर सुक्कू को अरेस्ट किया है क्योंकि वो सस्पेक्टेड है उस पर वो लोग डाउट कर रहे हैं कि उसी ने ही आग लगाई है लिसन But why? Tatha raised his eyebrow. Yesterday, Hari Swami checked the store. A bag of paddy was damaged. Paddy, जो चावल किन से निकलते हैं धान से, तो जो धान होता है उनको हम paddy बोलते हैं. He blamed Sukku, shouted at him, slapped him once. Sukku did not say a word, but his face glum. He turned away, growling. Appu became a little more coherent. Grandfather raised his eyebrow. It is a sign of confusion and curiosity. He asked, why did police suspect your brother as a culprit of fire? Now, Appu was able to speak clearly and logically explained everything. That yesterday, Hari Swami examined his store and he found that a bag of paddy, dhan, was destroyed. That time, he got angry and shouted and blamed on him, Sukku, that he was responsible of loss of one bag of paddy and slapped also and gave a slap to Sukku. Listen, Sukku, the elder brother of Appu, did not say any word, but his face expressions showed that he felt insulted. He went from that place and growled. Growled means gurnana. Made a noise in the throat to show anger or to give a warning. Growl means made a low noise in the throat to show anger or to give a warning. So that time, Suku did not say any word, but he growled. The police will find out the truth. I will tell Inspector Korean not to be too harsh with Suku. That is all I can do, Tatha said. Grandfather told to Appu that police would solve the case and find out the real culprit. And he would tell to Korean the name of inspector. That he inquired politely during interrogation. पूछताछ के दौरान वो उससे politely behave करे. With Suku, he could not do anything more in that case instead of it. Grandfather ने कहा मैं केवल इतना कर सकता हूँ. जो पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर है कोरियन, उनको बोलूंगा वो politely inquiry करे सुक्कू से और पुलिस अपने आप में सच को जान लेगी. Poor Suku done no wrong. Appu broke down. That was when something ticked. Okay, first of all, listen this the meaning of this line. Appu became sad and depressed and repeated that Suku did not do wrong and he was not responsible of fire which caught Hariswami's house. That was when something clicked in my mind and I mumbled. Mumbled धीरे से मुंह में बोलना, आवाज बाहर ना जाए. The fire began with the hay stack. Dry hay catches fire readily. It is highly inflammable. Strange this English language. Flammable should do, but no. Anything that catches fire easily is inflammable. I poked Sunita in the ribs when she turned towards me. I signaled her to come with me to the veranda. She caught the flash in my eye and followed me meekly. All of a sudden, something struck in the narrator's mind and mumbled. Mumbled means to speak quietly without opening mouth. Budbudana. He thought that the fire began from hay stack. सूखे घास के ढेर. You have studied in science about fire and combustion. Students, you have studied this topic in science. You know about inflammable also. Some things are highly inflammable, some are low inflammable. Means कुछ चीजें ऐसी होती हैं जो जल्दी आग कर लेती हैं और कुछ चीजें ऐसी होती हैं जो देर से आग जिनमें जलती है. For an example, paper, dry hay, leaves catch fire quickly in comparison to wood. Therefore, dry hay stack can catch fire quickly. Now, narrator described that in English it's just opposite. Inflammable means things which catch fire easily. Flammable things which do not catch fire easily. At the time, narrator poked. Poked means to push somebody with a finger stick. Sunita, and she turned towards the narrator, and the narrator gave signal that to come to the veranda with him. She noticed that he had something in his mind, so she followed narrator quietly. Do you think Sukku is innocent? I asked. Narrator asked Sunita, what did she think about innocency of Sukku? How do I know? He is 16 and at 16 one is a little too quick to take offense, she said. She replied that she had no idea about it and she also told that Sukku was only 16 years old and in this age someone feels offend. Offend means बुरा मान जाना, insult feel हो जाना and at this age generally people think about taking revenge. Appu says Sukku would never have done that. I pointed out. At that time, narrator also pointed out that Appu also confirmed that Sukku would never done that. Narrator बोलते हैं सुक्कू ने तो कहा, अप्पू ने तो कहा है कि सुक्कू कभी भी कोई गलत काम नहीं कर सकता. Sukku is his brother, blood. My brother is thicker than water. Sunita paused before adding, if Sukku did not do it, who did it? Sunita answered that Sukku was real brother of Appu and it was natural that he favored his brother because he had blood relation with Sukku. Sunita also asked and inquired that if Sukku was not culprit, if Sukku was innocent, then who was the responsible of fire? An invisible force, I rasped out. Narrator made a rough, unpleasant sound and said that an invisible force was responsible of it. Ridiculous. Someone set fire to the haystack. Sunita replied, very silly, disgusting and unreasonable. That an invisible force set fire. Someone set fire to the haystack. Do not ask me who did that. Ask me what could have set the house on fire. I stressed the word what. Narrator discussed and argued with Sunita that did not find out or investigate that who set the fire, but find out the reason of fire. Means what was the reason behind and how the house set on fire. You think behind this fire is an invisible force? Sunita found it hard to believe. It was difficult to Sunita to believe that an invisible force set the house on fire. Possibly, I drew closer to her and whispered in her ears the thought uppermost in my mind. Her lower lip dropped. You mean, she chortled. Narrator went closer to Sunita and speak slowly in her ears. That almost this thought that an invisible force was responsible for this fire. After listening this, Sunita laughed. At the moment, it is only a theory. I am determined to test my theory. Will you come with me? Narrator told that at that moment, all theory that an invisible force was responsible for it all were in his mind, and he wanted to prove this theory in real, and asked to Sunita that would she help him in this investigation. Of course, Sunita clapped her hands loudly, then brought Patti to the scene. Right behind her was Appu. Have you gone mad? Patti rolled her eyes. Sunita agreed and felt happy and clapped loudly. When she clapped loudly, after listening the sound of clapping, grandmother come at that place, and behind grandmother there was Appu also. Have you gone mad? Patti rolled her eyes. When grandmother asked both of you had gone mad, when grandmother listened the sound of clapping, she asked them, both of you had gone mad. Listen students, remaining chapter. Patti, we go mad every time we come here. Blame the air around the village. Sunita lowered her voice and asked, Patti, can we go for a walk? Her tone now was sugary. When grandmother asked that both of you had gone mad, the children answered that every time, whenever they came to the village, they became mad. Just because of air of the village. Air of the village was responsible for it that we behaved like a mad person. Sunita also took permission to grandmother with very slow and flattery voice that if they could go for walk. ग्रैंडमदर ने पूछा उनसे क्या तुम पागल हो गए हो, तो उन्होंने जवाब दिया कि यहाँ जब जब हम गांव में आते हैं तो यहाँ की हवा का हमारे ऊपर ऐसा असर होता है कि हम ऐसा बिहेव करने लग जाते हैं. अब बच्चों को बाहर जाना था तो बहुत फ्लैटली, बहुत स्लो और मासूम सी आवाज में सुनीता ने ग्रैंडमदर से परमिशन मांगी कि क्या हम बाहर जा सकते हैं. Take Appu along. He knows the place well. Patti gave us the green signal. Appu followed us silently. Grandmother permitted and said, went with Appu because he knew the village very well. His eyes were moist. He was worried about Sukku. Cheer up, Appu. We may find some clue to the fire. That may clear Sukku. I put my arm on his shoulder and made him sense that we were with him. Appu was upset, so his eyes were wet. आंसू थे उसकी आंखों में. The narrator gave him sympathy and said that definitely they might find some clues about fire, and those clues cleared the situation of Sukku, and definitely those clues made Sukku innocent. And narrator also put his hand on the arm, on the shoulder of Appu. उन्होंने अपना हाथ उसके कंधे पे भी रखा जिससे कि अप्पू को फील हो सके कि वो दोनों बच्चे उनके साथ हैं और वो इस बात पे बिलीव करते हैं कि सुक्कू इनोसेंट है. You mean it? Hope lit up his eyes. Yes, Sunita was quick to comment. After listening this, Appu felt good. And Sunita answered yes and confirmed that both were with him, with Appu. And they would investigate and might find some clues. Those would prove his brother innocent. Hariswami's house was set in an acre of land like other houses in Kerala those days. Coconut trees with their crowns of leaves and nuts danced in the wind. The footpath ran around, twisting round the trees. On the sides stood plantains, some holding heavy bunches of bananas. Hariswami's house was set in 1 acre land, just like another houses in Kerala. Coconut tree and banana trees were grown in his house. There was footpath all around the house, and there were plants of bananas side by side. जो केरला में पहले घर हुआ करते थे उसी तरीके का घर था हरिस्वामी का. बीच में घर, चारों तरफ फुटपाथ और चारों तरफ कोकोनट और बनाना ट्री लगे हुए थे और हवा चल रही थी तो वो बनाना बंच ऑफ बनाना एंड जो कोकोनट थे वो हवा में स्विंग कर रहे थे. Nobody stopped us till we neared the spot of the mishap. The policeman, who was still gathering evidence, gave us a stern stare. This is no place for you, he growled. When they reached place where accident had occurred, a policeman stopped them and said, that was not appropriate place for children. You should not come here. The policeman was also investigating some clues over there. उनको वहां पहुंचने तक किसी ने नहीं रोका, मगर जब वो वहां पहुंचे तो उन्होंने देखा कि एक पुलिसमैन वहां खड़ा हुआ है. उन्होंने उसको स्टॉप किया और मना भी किया कि बच्चों के खेलने की जगह नहीं है. Sorry, just tell us, when did the fire start? Any idea? Sunita put on such a sweet face that the cop cooled down instantly. Instantly? Turant. Cop, police. At about 11:15, I think, he said. Sunita felt sorry for it, but also asked the time of mishappening. Means, when did the fire start? Did you have any idea? Sunita asked to cough in such a pleasant way, in such a innocent way that quickly cough cooled down. बहुत innocent face बनाकर उसने क्वेश्चन पुट किया, तो उसके बच्चे की इनोसेंसी को देखकर पुलिस कॉप ने उनका गुस्सा शांत हो गया, कूल डाउन हो गया, and told the time of miss happening of fire started at 8:15 approximately. मतलब उन्होंने पुलिस ने कहा कि पूरा कंफर्म वो नहीं बता सकते, but approximately maybe 11:15. Thank you. We walked off looking out for anything that would explain the role of an outside hand in the fire, but we drew a blank. Children thanked policemen and returned from that place, and also they were looking around for any clues which could prove the hand of outsider behind the fire, but they did not find any clue. What goes your theory? Sunita said while we walked back to Tatha's house. I would not say that. We shall return here with a roll of old newspapers around 11 a.m. tomorrow and place it where the haystack once stood. We will then get a chance to prove our theory or to discard it. I asserted. Asserted means अपनी बात को जोर देकर कहना, दबाव देकर कहना. When narrator and his sister were returning to their home, Sunita told that theory did not exist. Your theory proved wrong. Narrator did not agree with Sunita and said that he was not agree that theory did not work. He would return again at the same place tomorrow with newspaper around 11 a.m. and he would place the roll of newspaper where haystack once stood. Narrator ने बोला कि वो अभी इस बात को नहीं बोल सकता कि theory wrong है या सही है. कल वो दोबारा सेम प्लेस पर आएंगे अराउंड 11 o'clock 11 a.m. और कुछ जब कल आएंगे तो न्यूज़पेपर के रोल्स भी लेकर आएंगे और न्यूज़पेपर के रोल्स को वहां रखेंगे जहां से आग स्टार्ट हुई थी, जहां पहले haystack रखे हुए थे. After that he would say anything about his theory. After that he could confirm about worthy of theory. और कल जब वो ये पूरा प्रोसेस करेंगे, अपनी थ्योरी को प्रूव करने की कोशिश करेंगे नरेटर, उसके बाद वो कह सकते हैं कि उनकी थ्योरी सही है या गलत है. Then he could say theory was useful or not to prove that there was an invisible force behind the fire. Okay, after such experiment narrator would say anything about theory. Before this experiment he could not say anything about the theory of invisible force. Patti was not happy when we set out the next day around 10:55 a.m. Appu was with us. He was downcast, for the police were holding Sukku in the lockup on suspicion. Hari Mama was at the gate. We greeted him. He asked us, when did you come? Grandmother was not happy when they again wanted to go outside the house at 10:55 p.m. But she gave permission and sent Appu with them. At that time, Appu was depressed and sad and unhappy because police arrested the Sukku and hold him in the lockup because they considered that Sukku as the suspected of fire, which caught the house of Hari Swami. When children reached at the place, or you can say house of Hari Swami, they found Hari Mama at the main gate. Here Hari Mama, जैसे कि हम जानते हैं मम्मी के घर मैटरनल हाउस में कभी भी जाते हैं तो वहाँ जो भी उनको मामा मौसी इस तरीके से एड्रेस करते हैं, तो हरी मामा उन्होंने उनको क्या एड्रेस किया, मामा. हरी मामा at the main gate, they greeted him. Hari asked that when children did come. हरी मामा ने पूछा कि आप सब लोग कब आए. Yesterday, sorry to hear about the fire, Sunita. Great. Sunita answered that they came yesterday and they also felt sorry about mishappening. Hari Mama smiled wanly. Then he moved off saying, I have to report the matter to the insurance company. I will see you in the evening. When wanly means मतलब बिना energetically मुस्कुराना. Hari Mama smiled without energetically and he moved and said that he would meet them in the evening because he had to report to the insurance company about the fire and loss. We moved fast towards the spot where the haystack once stood. I checked the time on the watch. It was 11:10. Hurriedly, we tore the paper to shreds from the pile on the ground and waited. It took ages, I thought, before a flash of light fell on the pile and lo, the pile burst into flames. After that, children hurriedly moved towards where haystack stood. Narrator noticed that time was 11:10 and then he tore and shred the papers and made the pile of Tore's papers. And they stood there and waited. And they were waited over there. That time, narrator thought that it would take some time. It took ages means particular time, particular length of time. Sometime narrator was thinking that it would take particular length of time. Narrator, and at that time, same time, something happened. That flash of light fell upon the pile and pile burst, means started burning and flames of fire came from the pile of papers. Means जब हरी मामा ने बोला कि वो जल्दी में है, शाम को मिलते हैं, तो दोनों बच्चे उधर जहाँ जो प्लेस था जहाँ पर मिस हैपनिंग हुई थी, जहाँ से फायर स्टार्ट हुई थी, वो वहाँ जाते हैं, फटाफट जो न्यूज़पेपर अपने साथ लाते हैं उसको फाड़ते हैं, उसका एक पाइल बनाते हैं और वहाँ पर वो रखते हैं और दोनों वेट करते हैं. मीनवाइल नरेटर सोचते हैं कि इस पूरे प्रोसेस को थ्योरी प्रूव करने में थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा और जब वो सोच रहे हैं उसी टाइम अचानक ऑल ऑफ सडन बस्ट होता है और जो टोस ऑफ जो वहाँ पे ढेर होता है कागज का उसमें आग लग जाती है, उसमें से आग की फ्लेम्स आग की लपटें बाहर निकलने लगती है. There it goes. I could not contain my joy. Sunita and I traced the direction of the light to its source. Contain my joy means वो अपनी खुशी को छुपा नहीं सकते थे, इतने ज्यादा खुश थे वो. After seeing this, narrator explained that he could not control his joy. He became happy because he proved his theory of invisible force. Then Sunita and narrator traced the source of light, means from where light was coming. We noticed a broken piece of glass, hard and tough and cylindrical, embedded बहुत fixed तरीके से जमीन में धसा हुआ होना. In the ground, only a small section of it stood above the ground. It caught the sun's rays and sent them back at around 11:15. The rays of the sun came at an angle and focused on the pile of paper. Listen. मटीरियल जो हीट है वो पाइल ऑफ पेपर्स पे पड़ती है तो पेपर्स जलने लग जाते हैं, क्योंकि जो ड्राई लेस पैक्स होते हैं या पाइल ऑफ पेपर्स होते हैं वो इनफ्लेमेबल होते हैं, मींस जल्दी आग पकड़ लेते हैं थोड़ी सी भी हीट से. There is your culprit, Sunita told Appu. We did not disturb the piece of glass. We needed it to hold another demonstration the next day to prove Sukku's innocence. We did that beyond a shadow of doubt, and we were hailed as detective too. Beyond a shadow of doubt means कि जिस बात को प्रूव करने के लिए कोई शक ना हो, जिस बात को क्लियरली और पूरे कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ बोला जा सके. शेडो ऑफ डाउट का मतलब ये होता है कि हाँ मुझे अपनी बात पे पूरा फुल कॉन्फिडेंस है कि इसमें कोई भी डाउट नहीं है. Okay? Sunita told Appu that the piece of glass was responsible for fire. Means real culprit of fire was piece of glass. They did not pull the glass from ground because that was important clue and you can say evidence to prove the theory to another people so that they could prove that Sukku was innocent. And the cause of fire was this piece of glass. With certainty, children proved their theory and introduced the truth of fire in front of villagers. They escaped innocent Sukku and discovered the truth so that they were praised as detectives too in the village. उन्होंने अपनी थ्योरी से सुक्कू को इनोसेंट प्रूव किया और इस वजह से पूरे गांव में वो डिटेक्टिव्स टू के नाम से जानने लगे लोग बाग उनको. Okay, students, I hope you have understood the chapter very, very well. It is very interesting chapter and also prove the theory of flammable and inflammable things. Tomorrow I will send question and answers. Watch and listen the video very carefully. Thanks and have a nice day.